Have you ever felt exhausted not because of overwork, but because you were expected to be present everywhere, for everyone, all the time lately? The modern world demands our constant attention, leaving us drained and disconnected from our own internal rhythm and the quiet whispers of our true selves. Research from Friedrich Schiller University reveals that constant social noise and negative stimuli can trigger chronic stress responses, keeping our brains in a permanent state. Sometimes, the most revolutionary act you can perform is to simply stop, pull back, and choose to disappear for a while from the loud world. Disappearing is not an act of cowardice or running away. It is a sophisticated psychological strategy used by those with high emotional intelligence to survive. It is about protecting your personal identity from being diluted by the endless expectations and opinions of others who do not truly know your worth. In this video, we explore the 7 psychological habits of the art of disappearing, designed to help you reclaim your inner strength and mental clarity. By the end, you will understand why silence is often the loudest answer and how solitude can become your greatest ally in a noisy environment. Let us begin this journey of rediscovery, learning to navigate the silence and find the hidden power that lies within the art of being invisible. Prepare to transform your perspective on isolation and learn how to use it as a tool for profound personal growth and lasting emotional resilience today. Habit number 1 is activating your somatic intelligence. This is the ability to listen to the physical signals your body sends before your mind reacts. Your body knows when you are overwhelmed. It feels the tight shoulders, the shallow breath, and the racing heart long before you admit you're tired. When you disappear into your own physical awareness, you give your nervous system the chance to recalibrate and return to a state of calm safety. Ask yourself throughout the day, what is my body trying to tell me right now? Is it thirst? Fatigue, or a need for immediate emotional space? By honoring these physical cues, you prevent burnout and maintain a high level of self-awareness that others often ignore in their frantic daily pursuit of goals. Habit number 2 is the gray rock method. This is a powerful psychological technique used to deal with toxic individuals or those who drain energy. To be a gray rock means to become uninteresting and unresponsive. You provide no emotional fuel for those looking to create drama or conflict today. When you stop reacting to their provocations, they eventually lose interest and move on, leaving you with your precious energy and mental peace fully intact. This isn't about being cold. It is about being selective with your emotional investment and refusing to let external chaos penetrate your inner sanctuary at all. The gray rock is solid, ancient, and undisturbed by the passing weather. Embody this stillness when the world tries to pull you into its unnecessary storms. Sometimes, your silence is the most powerful weapon you possess. It draws a clear line that no one can cross without your explicit and conscious permission. The ability to remain neutral in a world of extremes is a hallmark of true maturity and a key component of the art of disappearing. Remember, you don't have to win every argument. Often, the real victory is found in the quiet refusal to participate in a battle that isn't yours. This habit allows you to fade into the background when necessary, protecting your light for the things and people that truly matter in your life. As you master the gray rock, you realize that you no longer need external validation to feel significant or to know that your presence is valid. You learn to find comfort in being overlooked by those who only seek to use you, which is the ultimate freedom for any growing adult. Your energy is your most valuable currency. Use the gray rock method to stop the leaks and keep your power for your own personal growth. From this height, the problems of the world look small and manageable. You are no longer a participant in the chaos, but a silent observer. Habit number 3 is the art of refusing to explain, based on the JADE model. JADE stands for justify, argue, defend, and explain your choices. When we feel pressured, our instinct is to explain ourselves to gain approval. But explaining is often a subtle way of asking for someone's permission. Every time you try to justify your boundaries, you are inadvertently giving the other person the power to negotiate them or tell you you're wrong. Mature individuals know that no is a complete sentence. You do not owe anyone a detailed roadmap of your personal decisions or your emotional needs. When you stop JDing, you reclaim your authority. You stop seeking external validation for your life choices and start trusting your own internal compass and wisdom. This silence creates a vacuum that others cannot fill with their judgments. It forces them to accept your decision as a fixed and unchangeable reality. Words are often used to bridge gaps that should remain open. By choosing not to speak, you maintain the necessary distance to stay healthy and whole. There is a deep dignity in silence. It signals that you are comfortable with your choices and do not need anyone else to agree with them. When you stop explaining, you stop apologizing for existing. You start to occupy your space in the world with a newfound sense of quiet confidence. This habit is a vital part of the art of disappearing because it makes you less accessible to those who wish to control or manipulate you. Practice the power of the unspoken word. Let your actions speak for you, and let your silence protect the sacred space of your own private life. Habit number 4 is protecting your creative void. Creativity is not a social activity. It requires a certain amount of intentional isolation to truly flourish. When you disappear from social notifications and idle chatter, you are actually building a private laboratory for your mind to experiment and grow in peace. Great ideas are like seeds. They need the darkness and the quiet of the earth to germinate before they can face the bright light of day. In the creative void, your brain enters a state of deep work, where complex problems are solved and truly original thoughts are finally allowed to surface. This is where you move beyond the surface-level thinking of the crowd and tap into the profound depths of your own unique skills and visionary imagination. The world will always try to pull you back into the useful and the productive, but your soul needs the useless time of pure creative exploration. By disappearing into your work, you are not being selfish. You are preparing a gift for the world that only your focused mind can possibly create. Protect this time at all costs. Turn off the phone, close the door, and let the rest of the world wait while you cultivate your genius. The creative void is where you find your voice. Without it, you are merely an echo of everyone else's ideas. Lost in a sea of sameness, embrace the solitude. It is the canvas upon which your life's most important work will be painted. Away from the prying eyes of the mundane world, this is your sanctuary. Here, you are free to fail, to dream, and to eventually succeed on your own terms, without any external pressure or judgment. Habit number 5 is radical honesty with yourself. When you disappear from the social stage, you can finally take off the masks you wear for others. Most of us spend our lives being nice at the expense of being true. We say yes when our entire being is screaming no for peace. In the silence of disappearing, you can no longer lie to yourself. You have to face the parts of you that are hurt, angry, or unfulfilled. This honesty is painful but liberating. It is the process of shedding the false self to reveal the resilient, authentic core that has been hidden away. Stop performing for an audience that doesn't care. Your primary responsibility is to be faithful to your own values and your own emotional well-being today. When you are radically honest, you stop wasting energy on maintenance of a fake image. You become lighter, more focused, and much harder to manipulate or hurt. Accept that you have the right to be tired. You have the right to be alone. You have the right to choose yourself over everyone else's demands. Your truth doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. It just needs to be acknowledged by you, in the quiet spaces of your own private heart. By disappearing and being honest, you grow roots that are deep enough to withstand any storm of public opinion or social pressure that might come. There is no shame in your struggle. The only shame is in pretending it doesn't exist while your inner world slowly crumbles under the weight of pretense. Radical honesty is the light that guides you back to yourself when you've been lost in the expectations of others for far too long now. Habit number 6 is the power of no. In the art of disappearing, no is not a rejection of others, but a sacred yes to yourself. We are conditioned to think that saying no is selfish, but saying yes, when you mean no, is an act of betrayal against your own soul. Every time you say no to an unimportant commitment, you are saving energy for the things that truly align with your purpose and your inner peace. You are the gatekeeper of your own life. You have the absolute right to decide who and what gets access to your limited time and energy. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are gates to keep your inner garden healthy and protected from being trampled by the careless world. When you say no to the noise, you say yes to the silence. You say yes to the possibility of hearing your own thoughts once again. The power of no is the power of self-respect. It signals to the world that your time is valuable and that you are not for sale. People who truly love and respect you will understand your no. Those who don't are exactly the people you need to disappear from most urgently. Do not fear the disappointment of others. Fear the loss of your own integrity and the slow erosion of your spirit caused by constant overcommitment. Mastering the power of no is a key step in the art of disappearing because it gives you the space to be who you actually are. Your peace is worth more than any social obligation. Protect it with the same ferocity that a mother bird protects her nest from the elements. Habit number 7 is redefining your identity. When you disappear from the roles you play for others, you can finally discover who you are without them. We often define ourselves by our jobs, our relationships, or our social status. But those are just external labels that can change at any moment's notice. Disappearing allows you to shed these old skins. It gives you the freedom to explore interests, thoughts, and feelings that you previously suppressed for social acceptance. Who are you when no one is watching? What do you love when no one is there to approve of your choices? These are the real questions. Redefining identity is a process of subtraction, not addition. It's about removing everything that isn't you until only the core essence remains visible to your soul. In this state of separation, you become your own source of validation. You no longer look to the world to tell you who you are or what you're worth. Your identity becomes like a river, constant in its essence, yet always moving and evolving, unbothered by the static rocks and mountains that stand in its way. This is the true goal of disappearing: to find the person you were before the world told you who you were supposed to be for its own benefit. You are more than your productivity. You are more than your social media feed. You are a vast, complex, and beautiful universe unto yourself, waiting to be explored. When you return to the world after disappearing, you do so as a whole person, no longer looking for others to fill the gaps in your identity. This redefined self is your greatest strength. It is the foundation upon which you can build a life that is truly yours and truly meaningful for everyone. We have explored the 7 habits of disappearing. Now, it is time for the final manifesto of peace. Remember that your silence is never a waste. Protecting your inner world is the most important job you will ever have. It is the wellspring from which all your creativity, love, and strength truly flow. Do not let the noise of the world drown out the music of your own soul. You have the permission to be quiet. You have the permission. The art of disappearing is not about loneliness. It is about the richest form of companionship you can ever have, the one with your own beautiful and complex self. Go now and find your silence. Reclaim your energy. Disappear for a while so that you can return with a heart that is full and a spirit. Your peace is priceless. Never apologize for choosing it. Thank you for choosing this moment of stillness with us today. May you find the quiet you. Take a deep breath. The world can wait. Your journey into the art of disappearing has only just begun. Go in peace and stay true to yourself.